Breaking news. Everybody, check this out. Check this out. New York T columnist Obama and Bush may have to team up to stop the constitutional crisis. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. We will watch the video. We'll go back to it. A New York Times columnist believes that the former presidents, Barack Obama and George Bush, may have to team up to stop a constitutional crisis brought on by Donald Trump. And remember, Obama said that he would be there to watch Trump's every move, even though they're the same person. One is a copy and the other one is the actual person. Thomas L. Friedman argued on MSNBC Tuesday that the former commanders-in-chief are saving their powder for such a moment that he believes will arise from special counsel Robert Mueller investigation. I think Mueller is going to find something that will trigger a constitutional crisis, he said, arguing that he believes that Republicans will refuse to act in that situation. Barack Obama and George W. Bush have both been staying out of the political fray, despite all the attacks on them from Trump, because they understand they are going to have to come together to face this constitutional crisis that in our future and stand up for the Constitution. You guys, remember, all of a sudden, he's not going to the correspondence dinner. And, I mean, come on, guys. It's going to have to be done in a bipartisan way by two ex-presidents who I think still have a lot of credibility. And my guess is that they're saving their powder for that. Okay? And so, let's watch it.
You talk about how, the media might be shocked to learn, sort of the reality of where this is legally at this point. I think that Tom Friedman will have to put himself down as shocked, because he is calling for, he says President Obama and President Bush are waiting in the wings for the constitutional crisis so that they can come in and save the country as soon as that gets underway. Watch this.
Barack Obama and George W. Bush have both been staying out of the political fray. Despite all the attacks on them from Trump, is because they understand they are going to have to come together in the face of this constitutional crisis that's in our future and stand up for the Constitution. It's going to have to be done in a bipartisan way by two ex-presidents, I think, who still have a lot of credibility, and my guess is they are saving their powder for that.
There's a panic coming, and two former presidents will sweep in to fix it, Jonathan.
There's a panic coming, guys. A panic is coming.
But, I find that rather odd. I have a lot of respect for both these presidents and the level of restraint that they have shown. I think it's presidential. But if they're waiting for a constitutional crisis, there's very few objective signs that that's going to come to pass. If anything, the criminal case against President Trump has weakened over time. Now, could there be a false statement made in the interview? Could there be additional evidence? Yes, but I think we have to deal with this objectively and to say that he is still just a subject after over a year, hundreds of thousands of documents, a myriad of cooperating witnesses, and his status has not changed. And what the problem is that very few people can get themselves to say that there isn't a clear-cut criminal case against the president.
The whole thing kind of reminds me, and we'll talk about it more next time, when you talk about issuing this report, you have to wonder if it could be verbal. And you think about James Comey standing up there basically and issuing a report on Hillary Clinton, but not finding her guilty of anything. But, going through a litany of things with regard to her behavior. And I just wonder if we're going to see a similar moment when all of this wraps up. We will see. Thank you, Professor Turley. Always good to see you, sir.
Martha.
All right, guys, you heard it there. Obama and Bush needs to stop the constitutional crisis.